Moral Tales. Moral Tales.
Prince Aqil the Giant. Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by dense forests and rolling hills, there lived a handsome prince named Aqil. Prince Aqil was kind-hearted, brave, admired by his people and beloved by his family. However, his life took a tragic turn when he crossed paths with a powerful and vengeful witch named Hasidi. Hasidi, scorned by the kingdom long ago, harbored a deep grudge against the royal family. One fateful evening, as Prince Aqil was riding through the forest, he encountered Hasidi. She stood in his path, her eyes blazing with anger. She then called out, "Prince Aqil!" Prince Aqil, startled, stopped his horse. "Who are you? What do you want?"
"I am Hasidi the witch. You and your family have taken everything from me. Now I will take from you what you cherish most."
Prince Aqil, withdrawing his knife, said, "Stay back, you witch!" With a wave of her hand, she cast a terrible curse upon Prince Aqil. His body grew, his limbs stretched, and he transformed into an ugly giant, towering over the trees.
"Ha ha 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 ha! Feel my wrath!"
Prince Aqil groaned. "No! What have you done?"
"Only true love can break this curse. Good luck finding that giant."
Suddenly, the witch disappeared, leaving Prince Aqil the giant in dismay, his horse wandering into the forest. Heartbroken, Prince Aqil, now a giant, retreated deep into the forest, under an enormous baobab tree. Despite his new form, his kind heart remained unchanged. He protected the forest and the creatures within it, earning the trust and friendship of the animals and the respect of the forest spirits. The king and queen tried to find the lost prince, but never succeeded. They were both broken-hearted. Years passed and the legend of a giant living in the forest spread throughout the kingdom. Everyone in the nearby villages heard of the giant and were afraid to come into the forest. In one of the nearby villages, there was a young woman named Jamila. She was known for her beauty and compassionate heart. Jamila loved the forest, spending her days exploring its depths, gathering herbs and caring for injured animals. She had heard the legend of the giant who lives in the forest, but did not stop her from gathering herbs from the forest. One day, while tending to a wounded deer, Jamila wandered deeper into the forest than ever before. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow on the ancient trees, she stumbled upon the majestic baobab. Intrigued by its greatness, she approached it. "Who dares to come near my home?" A deep, resonant voice echoed from the tree. Jamila looked up to see the giant, his eyes filled with a mix of sorrow and hope. "I mean no harm. I am Jamila, a friend of the forest. Who are you?" "I am Aqil, king of the forest." The giant replied, his voice tinged with sadness. Feeling ashamed, he could not disclose to Jamila that he was a cursed prince. Afraid, Jamila stepped backward. The giant looked at how beautiful she was. Then he said gently, "Wait, don't be afraid. You can attend to the wounded deer." Jamila gathered courage and said, "I have heard about you and everyone is afraid to go near the forest." Prince Aqil the giant answered, "Well, I live here alone. I mean no harm to anyone." Moved by the kindness she saw in his eyes, Jamila felt a deep compassion for Aqil. She looked into his eyes and asked, "Can I be your friend?" Then Prince Aqil the giant answered, "Touché." Jamila visited him regularly, bringing him food from the village, sharing laughter and stories. They spent hours talking and slowly a bond grew between them. Jamila saw beyond his giant form, recognizing the noble heart within. Word spread that Jamila was seeing the giant in the forest. Every time she'd go to the forest, the villagers jeered and mocked her for befriending a mere giant. One evening, as they sat beneath the baobab tree, tears welled in Aqil's eyes.
Thank you, Jamila. Your friendship means more to me than you can know.
Jamila felt a warmth in her heart. She realized that her feelings for Aqil had deepened into something more profound.
Aqil, I care for you deeply. I think I may love you.
But the giant told Jamila,
You cannot love me. I am not worth your love. Besides, I am just an ugly giant.
Jamila held Aqil tight and said,
But I love you the way you are. You are very kind.
At her words, suddenly, a shimmering light enveloped Aqil. The curse began to lift, and his giant form slowly shrank. When the light faded, Prince Aqil stood before Jamila, once again a very handsome young man. Jamila looked astonished.
Ha! You, a human?
Ah, the curse is broken, Prince Aqil said, his voice filled with wonder and gratitude.
Your love has set me free, Jamila.
Prince Aqil then told Jamila his story about the witch's curse and his lonely existence. Jamila smiled, tears of joy in her eyes.
It was your heart that set you free, Prince Aqil.
With the curse lifted, Prince Aqil returned to his kingdom, with Jamila by his side. The king and queen, with tears of joy, welcomed them to the kingdom with open arms. Prince Aqil narrated how the witch cast a spell on him and how Jamila's true love set him free. They celebrated their love, a testament to the power of true unconditional love. Prince Aqil and Jamila ruled the kingdom with wisdom and compassion, their bond growing stronger with each day passing. The baobab tree in the forest remained a symbol of their enduring love and the magic that had brought them together. And so, they lived happily ever after, their hearts forever entwined. The end. Moral of the story: don't judge a book by its cover, and do not be jealous of others like the witch. Follow your heart for true love. If you enjoyed the story, subscribe, like, comment, and share.